It is I, Santa Jinks. Over the past 3 years, I've been stockpiling these gift packages that come with a bunch of knives in them. I figured what better time to open all of them at the same video than for Christmas. Join me for Christmas 2022 with JJ Jinks. Well, I'm going to start off with this one. I actually did open this and posted a video about it a couple years ago, but since I'm doing the whole thing, we'll start with the ones we've already seen. This one comes to us from 2020. It is an Ozark Trail 4-piece combo set. Let's have a closer look. So, yeah, I've opened this one before. I'm just kind of relitigating it. Also, got a new phone. Got a new camera on it. Still kind of getting used to it. I have a much wider field of view, and for some reason, QuickTime doesn't rotate the screen when you go into landscape mode anymore. Or at least with the newer phones. That's really annoying, and I don't want to spend too much time figuring it out, so fuck it. Oh, I forgot about that. There's this little flip-up, I don't know what you call it, the thing that they use to hang this stuff onto shelves if they choose to hang it. That's nifty. This side, I kind of want to keep the packaging intact just because it's, easier to store that way, and kind of neat just to keep it in the box, Put you over here. So what we have is this foam liner. It's kind of one of those things where it's plastic with some cheap foam on it that, 10 years from now, this stuff will just rub off and get everywhere. And the tin's just, just kind of a brushed metal look. Not a bad look. It's got some fingerprints and scuff marks on it already. All right. What do we get in here? Well, this is one of those keychain flashlight things. Battery still works at the moment. I see a lot of these kinds of things in the TSA confiscated packages, these inexpensive keychain things that people give away. Oh God, my thumbnail. In like corporate swag bags and stuff. It's basically just a little multi-tool. Here we got bottle opener, screwdriver. There's a flathead screwdriver on this side. And if I can get it out, there is a cutting blade. I like the half stops this thing has. That's useful. And the pivots are nice and tight. That's gonna destroy my thumb. So, yeah, everything on here is basically just a slip joint tool. And you got a spiky, like almost a spear point blade. I don't expect any of these to be ground well or sharp, but who knows? Lately, Ozark Trail's been doing pretty good about that kind of thing, so yeah, there you go. That's your keychain piece. It's kind of a navy, blue, I guess. A really dark blue at any rate. And they've all got their neat little spot in here. Let's just go straight for the knife, which does have a pick, which I will save. Oh, it's a slender little thing. It feels a little bit rubbery, especially there's this inlay here that has like kind of a skin, dinosaur skin texture. It's got it on both sides. That's rubbery. This is just hard plastic, but because of the grips, it actually feels pretty good. It's got a deep ride pocket clip, liner lock. Hey, recessed liners too. All right, Ozark Trail, and just a pretty plain drop point blade with a, I think that's a stone washed finish. Kind of hard to tell. It almost looks like it's a matte finish, but there is a bit of stone washiness to it. It's probably a little more visible on this side. Yeah, kinda. Pivot feels tight. Not a bad thing though for these cheap knives. It'll break in. The centering's nice. Don't think it'll make a good flipper, but the ambidextrous thumb studs opens it right up, and the lock is true. So, yeah, I'm not going to bother trying. That's way too stiff to be a flipper. Back you go, Bink. Oh, let's put you on the right way. All right, just a couple things left. We have one of these little keychain tools, all one piece. You got some hex screws and a bottle opener. Sorry, my girlfriend's making noise over there, bitch. The tip tapers down into a little wedge that you could probably use as a screwdriver, but also probably for prying. So these pocket pry tools are pretty popular now, so yeah, good on you, Ozark Trail, for recognizing that trend. And we get a key knife. Pretty basic. There's a, not really a bink, but more like just a plastic sheath, sort of, just to, I guess, keep the blade from, causing any damage as you remove it from the packaging, because it doesn't really give you much to grip it with. One thing I don't like about this one is the blade doesn't really go all the way down into the key. It kind of protrudes. I'm not really into key knives. I have a ton of those like SOG ones, which have a little back lock on them. This one's just a simple slip joint, but it's got a sheep's foot blade, so that's different. And the Ozark Trail logo. So there you have it. The 4-piece. One of the combo sets from 2020. And as we go, pay attention to the packaging. They do change it up from year to year. This has like the Ozark mountain landscape on the back, and then they trim it with some orange. That's going to change, as I'm sure you've already known. Now this next one is an old-timer limited edition gift set that I picked up from a Tractor Supply company. This looks great. Let's have a look. This one on the bottom has these little foot pads to help you stand it up for display purposes, so that's neat. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to destroy it in order to get inside of this thing. Going to try to be as minimally intrusive as possible. And to open these, I'm going to use this Spyderco PM3-ish clone by OK Knives. I'll make a video about this thing later, but the big joke is, yeah, this knife is okay. Very obvious PM3 copy. I'll keep this out. I like how it's got 3 different spots for the rod to hang on. Alright, I think I managed to preserve the packaging. So it tells you what's in it right here in this neat little corner piece. The 12 OT PAL, 61 OT Stuckman, 72 OT Dogleg Jack. So these are those rough saw cut looking, I think Delrin finished knives. Let's see if I can get these out without cutting off my finger. Don't always trust the tension on these when you put your finger down into the hole, One thing I'll say before I dive in is that this finish back here, this surface is nice and velvety and foamy. Not like the Ozark Trail one where it's like plastic with a film of fuzzy stuff. This actually, it's like a billboard table. And it looks great. Alright, I'm going to use a dowel to lift these out. Yeah, that works really well, actually. How about that? So I'm actually not sure which one is which. It tells you right here. This is the 12 OT, which is the PAL. So it's like a little itty bitty knife with, what the hell is that? What am I looking at? What the hell? Factory grease? Oh, that's so weird. It looks like something was squeezed into it. Like some kind of insulation or something. What the hell? Is this normal for old timers? Well, I eventually got it out, but I have no idea what that is. It's just a little rubbery material. Oh, maybe it's a safety thing. Kind of like the slip joint version of a bink? I don't know. Anyway, this is the limited edition PAL. It's got a handle shape that's reminiscent of a trapper, but it's itty bitty teeny. You got a clip point blade with that slot thing for the thumb nick.
Weren't you petting me?
Yeah.
Oh.
You were like making a lot of noise.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fit and finish could be a little better. As you can see, there's a gash in the scale next to that old-timer shield. One thing that I don't really like, it'll probably drive me a bit nuts, is notice how the rivets on the left and the right are flush. So they were probably cut with the scales, but then the spring pivot was kind of hammered in afterwards, so it sticks out quite a bit. That's something I see on a lot of slip joint knives, where some of the rivets stick out a lot and they catch on things, so that would drive me a little bit crazy after a while. Let's have a look at this Stockman. Kind of recently got into collecting these. Oh. Oops. Accidentally cut some of the fabric here. That's okay. Yep. This one, too, has this weird rubbery substance kind of in the channel. So I'm guessing that's just to prevent these from closing all the way by when you take them out. But this side does not have those. I'm guessing that's what this is. I've never seen something quite like this. Bit of a chore to remove it. There we go. We can get a bit of a closer look at this one. It's got these little ridges on it, and it's a little bit of a tapered design. It's got some factory grease and gunk in it. And it's just like a little, like before, a little rubbery thing. Interesting. I'm going to collect them right here. Anyway, this is the 61 OT, full size, or maybe that's a medium Stockman. This is the kind of design that I like in a Stockman. The slender serpentine version with the rounded bolsters. This is great. Yeah, again with the fit and finish, it's got some dings and scratches. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's going to happen over time when you use them, but I like for them to start pristine, you know. But then again, this is a Schrade old-timer. It's not a super high-end brand, and you have the exposed rivets on the pivots, on the springs once again. Your typical accoutrements, you got sheep's foot blade, no play. A little bit stiff, but it'll break in. And you got a long spay blade. Also no play. So yeah, great so far. And then the main blade, the clip point. We gingerly swap out. There we go. And there it is, the limited edition old-timer Stockman. That stays in.
Sorry.
I'm trying to match the angles to get this back in. It's I got the sheep's foot blade pretty well on. Alright, that brings us to the dog leg jack, and ooh, bonus. We have two of those channel protector things. Or whatever the hell they are. Bink, I guess. So I don't know much about this configuration. The dog leg jack, I guess it's a jackknife, and they're calling this a dog leg handle, I guess. I don't know. It's a two-bladed knife, a pen blade and a clip point blade. Kind of small. Nothing wrong with that. And one of the things I noticed about this one, and I don't know if I guess it's supposed to be there, is that there's this little depression carved into the liner, not as much into the scale, and I guess that's to give better access to the thumb nick. I don't really see that too often with these knives. That's interesting. Ooh. Alright, that's gonna stay that way. Maybe that's what these were for, to help get them in here like this. My overall assessment is none of these are really great, but I only paid like $15 for this, and the packaging is fantastic, and I think it's a really good value for like $5 a piece. Check out the tin. I didn't even get to talking about this. It's that classic picture of the guy with the calloused hands holding the old-timer knife. A family tradition since 1904. Yeah, and it's shiny. I quite like that. Oh, and there's a whole thing on the back about the history of old-timer. Will not read it, though. Well, I just wanted to mention this one. The MTech 4-piece Tactical Value Pack. Turns out this was actually a promotional item. Not very easy to find. I did a whole video on this one, so I'll just put a link to that one below rather than do it all over again. Next up, we have another Ozark Trail 4-piece combo set. This one comes in a neat tree-looking tin, and it is marked 2019. Let's see what's in it. And now for this 4-piece combo. Back to that fake velvet. But this one is black. Oh, wow. That really does look great. It's textured, like, 3D, but tin. Well, aluminum more likely. That is fantastic looking. I mean, you don't even need to put that in wrapping paper. That would look great under the Christmas tree, just as it is. We have a knife, a multi-tool, a pry tool thing. I don't know what that is. I'm going to do that one last, because I'm the most curious about it. Let's have a look at their keychain pry tool thing. We got that combo hex screw thing that probably doesn't work very well. No one ever uses. Oh, how about that? That looks like something you can do to pry up nails. And then other things with the 2 prongs. And a cap-lifting bottle opener. That would get probably the most use out of these other tools. It's just a thin, stamped-out piece of, I'm not sure. It's not aluminum. Some kind of steel. Got a lot of experience with Ozark Trail multi-tools. Let's see how you stack up. Well, I can already tell I would hate this. No spring. The handles have sharpish edges. Oh yeah, that's not comfortable at all. The bite angle of this thing is really wide for how small it is, and when you holding it, it wants to like choke forward, Oof, this would not be a fun experience. But it's got a bunch of hidden tools in the handles, probably all your usual things. And when you close it, one of the sides overlaps the other, probably on purpose. Yeah, I guess that's by design. Not a bad look. Makes it a little more compact. This looks nice. I like the kind of matte finish on the outside. And then you get these little holes to make your tools dusty and full of pocket lint. So that's always a plus. This one will be easy to pop in because, yeah, there you go. All right, let's check out the knife. And we have a... Okay, we have kind of a dark brown. No, not dark brown. Now we got a bit of a redwood look. Basic, yeah, it's technically a drop point blade. There's a little bit of downward curve as you go to the tip. Oh, we have a sticker on this one. Walmart Inc. 7/2019. EPA Title IV compliant for formaldehyde. Huh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Never seen that before. Wonder what that's about. Oh, we got a little lanyard hole down here. The liner lock. The lock looks a little bit far, but oh, no, that's okay. It's kind of right dead center. Well, let's see if that is the case in subsequent lockings. The centering looks pretty good. Ambidextrous thumb studs. And the lockup goes right back to that spot. So I guess it is good. And we got a deep ride pocket clip. The pivot's a lot smoother on this one, but still not a flipper. And that's okay. Not every knife has to be. All right, now what is this? Oh, it's like a money clip, and it's got another one of those formaldehyde stickers on it. So it's basically just a piece of folded steel to make the clip, and it's screwed into this little panel of that redwood stuff, and it's got the Ozark Trail logo etched into it. Looks like it might have been colored white at some time, or I don't know, I'm not exactly sure. Interesting, unique. Never seen that before. And I like that they kind of make it thematic. Pretty cool. Packaging is the best part, though. And another Ozark Trail 4-piece combo set with a brushed steel-looking tin. This one is dated also 2019. What prizes lie within? Right. This one looks different. They all do. That's great. That's what's great about these. Every time they release these, it's different. Whoa. Yep, we got that brushed steel look on the back. And in the box, or the tin, or whatever, the black velvety fake stuff again. We got one of those card tools that's got its own little plastic tray. Oh, and underneath the plastic tray, it's like a little leather holder for it. With a little tool map thing with descriptions on the back. That's cool. They're calling it a multi-purpose pocket survival tool. And these are a dime a dozen, but how many do you have with the Ozark Trail logo? Me? Just this one. And this little cheapo pleather thing to hold it in. Roughly credit card sized. And we have a little keychain light, it looks like. So on the keychain, you have an option of the ring or one of these little clip things. Either the light doesn't work or it's got one of those battery blocker things, but it's just a single LED in a tube. It unscrews. There are batteries in it. Yeah, it's got, the thing. Oh. So, yeah, the little piece of plastic to prevent contact. And the batteries come in a little plastic tube. Well, that makes it easier getting them in and out. It's like a little battery magazine. And now, still doesn't work. Did I put them in backwards? Nope. Batteries are just long dead. Even without making contact. Oh well, guess we'll never know if that one's good or not. Or you know what? The batteries might be okay. It just might be a bad LED. Not likely though. The knife. Beak! Well, this one has a neat look to it. It almost kind of reminds me of the Smith & Wesson SWAT knives with that kind of silver with black asphalt-looking inlay to it. It's only on one side. Oh, it's a frame-locked knife. We got a low-ride pocket clip with like the the 3-screw configuration. That liner lockup is good. That frame lockup looks good. Very hard to access and kind of shove over. It's just very overly chamfered. Pretty tight pivot. This is a heavy knife. Good centering, little itty-bitty thumb studs. They give you a flipper tab. Nope. I guess it could break in over time and maybe flip eventually. But kind of a rough cut finish on the blade there. But yeah, it's a nice geometry to it, in my opinion. It's little, but it's one of the heavier ones. Probably because it's an all-steel frame-locked deal. And we get this spaceship-looking thing. I got a couple of multi-tools like this where they have like these arms that flip forward and makes it nice and compact. And usually there are tools in the arms too. No spring on the pliers, but yeah, it looks like you got a combination of things going on up here. Possibly wire stripper. And yeah, you got a cutter thing. Yeah, whatever. Yep, these panels flip open, kind of like a beetle's wings. And you got tools in them. This is really awkward to access because this little flipper arm wing doesn't extend too far, so getting to the tools, oh my god, that's stiff. Whew, they really riveted that thing together. Well, we have a little tiny sheep's foot blade. That's kind of handsome looking. So I guess, okay, if you wanted to use this, you'd do it like this, I guess. Hold it like that. not really a comfortable way of doing that, you know? Or maybe you keep this one open and, oh gosh, not comfortable at all. Getting these things out is a pain. Getting them in is a pain. I don't have much thumbnail left. Well, this one's a Phillips head screwdriver. And over here we have, all right, they're coming out. I don't know. This one's out. Still don't completely know. Well, it's a little file, but there's a strange shape going on with it. Like, I don't know. I guess you can use that to clean your fingernails. That makes sense. You file them, then you pick out the garbage. You know, the dried blood and all that stuff that's usually getting in there. This one, I guess, is just a flathead screwdriver. Well, in spite of its awkwardness, I actually like it. I like the little, when you open it up, it's like a little menacing bug. No Ozark Trail logo, though. Oh, well. Well, so that was that tin. Well, now we have an Ozark Trail 2-piece set. This one has a kind of a landscape-looking thing on the back. Pretty neat looking. Probably the actual Ozark Trail. And it is copywritten 2018. It's a bit dusty and scratched, but I like the artwork on the tin. Wow, look at those scratches. I've had this one for a very long time. All right. Wow, the plastic is like brittle. We're back to the fake black velvet. These scales are the pseudo bone, pseudo antler, plastic antler stuff. We have a folding knife, and I think that's a fixed blade knife in there. So folding knife, of course, has a beak. Let's have a look around. It's a lot thicker than I thought it was, looking at it in the package. So it's got a well-rounded feel to it. A tip-down, deep-fried pocket clip. There's an interesting pattern I'm noticing in the fake antler look. There's like a gash that kind of goes across here and here. Lanyard thing down there. It's a liner-locked knife. Centering looks pretty good. The lockup looks good. It's very light. This is just a very light plastic material with that's just about it. Drop point blade, and there you go. A unique piece just because of that design. Oh yeah, let's pop up this bad boy with its pink. It is indeed a full tang fixed blade knife. Kind of a neat look to the blade. It sort of tapers just a little bit as you come out. Very, very comfortable hand to feel. You got just enough contouring to make it feel good. For its size, it's lightweight, but much heavier than the folding knife. And the scales are bolted into either side through these hex screws. That's a pretty handsome one. I like it. Oof, bit rough cut on the edge, but that's a neat one. And here is the artwork. Kind of an Ansel Adams approach to the photography. Very nice. And another 2-piece pocket knife set. This one has kind of like a, I don't know what that would be, maple wood look to it. Pretty neat nonetheless. And this one is from 2019. Let's see. I was very curious about this one. From 2019, we have some unique packaging going on. We got that formaldehyde statement, too. Did something happen in 2019 with formaldehyde? Anyway, this is the 2-piece set. Ugh. This is a lot cooler than I thought it was. This is not tin. This is actually wood. Well, more like particle board, but hey, that is awesome. I love it. That is such a handsome look. I didn't look too closely at the actual knives, but that's like swirly black and brown. It almost looks like the kind of thing you would do for like artificial abalone or tortoise shell, but it's different, unique. And it comes with a sheath adorned with an orange Ozark Trail logo. Snap and bio armor, mildew proof. Yes, mildew proof thing. The fake velvet has broken slightly up here. That's liable to happen over time. Oh, right. Bink! Well, we have a small back-locked knife. Here's a closer look at that black and brown, almost like an orange swirl. Nice shiny brushed bolsters, nice shiny finish on the drop point blade, and you got the O Trail logo in there. Yeah, it's like a gentleman's knife. You can use this to eat fruit on a train on your way to the conference. Perfect fit. Now let's have a look at what I am assuming is an SD Classic clone sort of thing. No, not clone, but a copy. And yeah, pretty much. We don't have the toothpick and tweezers. The scales are a bit thick. That's still kind of cool, though. I like that look. That semi-translucence all the way through. I think we're all familiar with these. You got a file, a scissors, a little pen blade. Oh, and you got the Ozark Trail logo on the pen blade. How about that? It's got a lot of blade play. Yeah, this thing's not very well pinned together. But that's okay. I love the look. That is really neat. And the box just, well, that puts the whole thing together, really. There's no hinges on it or anything. I think that would have been a nice touch. Harder to package, though. And, be able to display it. So I'm just going to put some tape on it to keep it secure. I got a more recent one in the brown cardboard look. This is the 6-piece combo set. And it comes to us from the year 2022, so a recent one. 6 pieces. Wow. I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, we have that new-ish packaging, new for 2022, with the kind of minimalistic, recycled look. Kind of bare bones, but it tells you everything you need to know. Alright. Oh, interesting. So the knives are like in a separate tray from the rest. Well, since we're down here, see what we got. We got another one of those multi-tool survival card things like before, but this one's in black. Bother pulling that out. We got a compass on a lanyard keychain. So it's like plastic with the metal piece pinned in. Definitely don't try climbing with this. That compass is actually accurate. Rarely see that with these things. Even more than the knives, I'm actually really curious about this thing. It's like a pocket bit set. It's got a clip screwed into it. The plastic reminds me of like this. I'm not sure how to describe this. It reminds me of like something that you'd find like in the 80s and like a not consignment. I don't know. It's just the way the plastic is molded. It just kind of, it's rough and it just kind of reminds me of like older injection molding technology. Especially the way that this little bit of knurled area, it's like kind of janky looking. I don't hate it though. Ah, I see. So you're supposed to poke the driver out like that. And then you got your flathead and Phillips head bits that you plug into this thing. It looks like there is a magnet in there. So that's cool. And then it's just your standard hexagonal tool bit that you slap into your drill or whatever, and then be on your way. I would have loved it if they had the Ozark Trail logo on this. And it looks like it should just go right there, you know? It's perfect. Perfectly set up for that. Oh, well. I don't know if I can get these out. It looks like it's kind of glued around the perimeter to preserve the packaging. Not much I can do. All right. Did I win? Oh, I did it. I did it. Oop. That's a little bit janky, but whatever. They are all the same, just different colors. Therefore, I will only dig out one of these, and we'll just assume they're all kind of the same. Ah, nice. I like ooh, that's very rubbery. I like the knurling there. Oh my god, she is snoring up a storm. My girlfriend's been dealing with some health issues, so she's very tired from medication and whatnot. I've been trying to film between the snores. It's not happening, so it's just going to be there. Sorry. Anyway, we got a big... She also might fart a lot. Yeah, medicine. So this is a later model compared to the other ones, and like I said, I loved this rubbery injection molded goodness. It's got recessed scales. I always like that. You got your deep bride pocket clip, tip down only. It is a folding knife with a liner locked blade. Very smooth pivot compared to the previous ones with good centering. Got a little bit of jimping. Now the pieces on the top and the bottom that are like a different colored gray, that you sort of transition from the rubbery plastic to the more hard plastic. It's got a little bit of texture to it, but it's not going to really catch on anything. That actually had a bit of a detent to it when I opened it. That feels really, really good. This is a good design. Yeah, they did well. The lockup is good. Yeah. And it's flippable. This is a great knife, in my estimation. My first look. And you get 3 of them. You get to pick a color. Maybe... Oh. Well, if it was a 5-pack, you'd have one for each day of the week. Maybe a yellow and a green. Anyway... Stack this up with the other things that are in it. That is a pretty neat set. I liked this one. And I just noticed, true to the packaging that we've seen before with this new brown cardboard thing, they leave a big window for you to get strangers' fingerprints with your knives. Another recent one, the 6-piece combo with what looks like Mora knives, also dated 2022. Alright, another 6-piece combo set, eh? What treasures await? Yeah, it's another stack job. Well, this time the knives are different, and the other 3 pieces are just the sheaths, which are hard plastic molded. This one kind of looks like, fishing knife, Mora-ish. My God. I wish I could sleep that hard. Anyway, let's dig these all out and see what each one is like. Actually, these are different. Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to like the little one the best. Alright, let's pop these out. So all of these are fixed blade knives. Let's have a look at the big one first. Big! All of these have black coated blades. I don't know if it's full tang, rat tang, hidden tang, or what, but I gotta tell you, this handle looks fantastic. It just screams 1975, you know? The light the light brown against the dark brown, that is such a fucking great look. I like this piece. It kind of looks like a saddle, like to a motorcycle or something. And you got these molded jimping down here. This looks so cool. I can't place what it looks like it's from, but just classic and old. It is very, very blade heavy. So this is definitely, I would say, hidden tang, maybe rat tail. No rivets at all, so this plastic is just molded around it. Don't think this would last very long in a hard use situation. And yeah, we got the soft rubber for the light brown and hard plastic for the dark brown, so you can see how that sort of gets put together. Smooth on this side where your fingers go. Yeah, it feels good in the hand at least. I just love that look. I love it. The slightly smaller one, same deal. No, different deal. Hold on, let me get the bink first. Bink! You know what? Even the bink looks a little bit different. It's like more translucent. This is not rubbery. Instead, the knurling part is hard plastic, and the shrouding piece is rubbery. Interesting. That feels even better in the hand, actually. Gosh, Ozark Trail had a real interesting approach to these. Again, it feels very blade heavy, but you got a lanyard barrel down there now. Really interesting. I think this one feels the most comfortable to me because it fits my hand the best. For slightly larger hands, this one might be better, but I'm really interested in this one. It reminds me of the Mora Eldris? Is that what it's called? Okay, this one's more of a clip point style blade. The diamond knurled inserts are the rubbery bits, and the nice forest green shroudy part is the hard plastic bit, but we have these like little pieces of rubbery plastic kind of in strategic places. I like the way this knife looks. I know I went into it saying this one's going to be my favorite. I changed my mind. It doesn't feel so great in the hand. I think the way it bulges here, it's not so comfy. If I had to pick a favorite, for hand feel, I'd have to go with this one. But for looks, this might be like in my top 20 favorite knives, just based on the way it looks alone. Alright, we gotta debink these guys, and get them into their sheaths, and see what that looks like. So the sheaths are just basically two pieces of plastic molded together, but it gives you holes on the exterior to, lash it to things, I guess. And the knives just kind of clip in like that. Nice satisfying little click. And you got this little ramp right here to push off of with your thumb to disengage the sheath. So that works really well. No rattle. This one, similar deal. Doesn't have quite that satisfying snap, but holy moly, that really sticks in there. Probably because it's making contact with the rubbery part. I like the color combination of the light gray to go with the blue. Actually, it matches the inlay, I just noticed, the knurled part. Okay. So they are sort of color-coded. And I guess this color pretty much matches the light brown rubbery bits on this one. Ooh. Well, once I got it finally in there, it made a cool click sound, but getting it there was a bit rough. Yeah. Any rattle on these? Nope, they are secure. Yeah, and they got these plastic barbed clips, classic for, fishing, diving knives. This one's different, though. No clip on the back of this one. That's just a slot. So I guess you're supposed to strap it, I guess, put your belt through it, and then it stays there like that. Okay. Really interesting, this one. I had a lot of fun with this set. If I had to pick right now, I'd say this was my most fun favorite one. So if you know somebody who's into Mora type knives or other ones like that, Martini or whatever, they might get a kick out of this. It's cool and a little bit different. And then we have the 3-piece combo set, which comes to us from the year 2021. All right, back to the 2021 packaging. 3-knife combo set. Okay, so they're packaging it kind of like before when they had the tray thing with the 2022 ones. They kind of heat pressed it together, I guess. Looks like these are all the same. I'll check out this golden one. So, yes, the handle scales are aluminum. I don't know if they're anodized or simply painted. And they have kind of a neat look, a bit of graveliness to them with like a tapering slot cut out down the middle. Each one has its own pick. These are folding liner locked knives. Out of the box, the lockup looks fine. Tip down, deep ride pocket clips. The centering looks good. I can tell this is going to be a cold knife because it's all metal with aluminum. It feels a bit chilly. It's got a flipper tab, but nope, not going to flip. The lockup is true, and you get the kind of a different blade shape for Ozark Trail. It's more of like a drop point sheep's foot hybrid. It's a neat look. Reminds me of like the CRKT pillar, as many people call it. The polish is actually the tooling could be a little more perfect. The grind line is wavers a little bit up here, but it's pretty well polished. It's a nice enough look. It's light because of the aluminum scales. Oh my goodness. Ow! Just dented the shit out of my thumb. This pocket clip is tight as fuck. Yeah. Alright. So I don't rate these too highly because of, I guess with some cleaning and breaking in, that pivot can be improved. That pocket clip might end up just tearing your clothing apart. I'm going to check it on another one because, every Ozark Trail knife is a little different in manufacture. Oh, I forgot. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, these are not the same. The blade shapes are different. This one's more like a cleaver, like a pocket cleaver look. And this one is, okay, so they're not the same. I just looked at the handles and like, 3 of the same knives. That's fine, but no, they are not the same. I'm glad I decided to check out another one. Yeah, that pocket clip is impossibly tight, but hey, everything else I said about the other one is true about this one, except different blade. Pocket cleaver. Dig it. Oh, wow. I think I like this blade shape the most. Yeah, it's a bit more of an exaggerated drop point blade, almost sheep's foot. Pocket clip is still atrociously. Oh, that's ridiculous. I know a lot of people like that, though. I say it like I'm not. I am denigrating it because it's not my preference, but some people like it really, really tight like that. I think it's a bit too tight for me, but I like the color on this one. That's a really stark, like cobalt blue. Very pleasing to the eye, to me. Yeah, everything else pretty much the same. Bit tight on the pivot. Lockup is good. Centering is good. Yeah, that blade shape is nice. So this turned out to be a good set after all. I was going to say terrible things about it until I noticed you had different blades, and I think this something good could be made from this if you just work it in a little bit. Yeah, got to be okay with tip down carry. A lot of people don't like that. Also from 2021, another 6-piece combo set. let's see what is in this box. Diving right in. All right, we have another underneath tray thing. We have a sheath with free candy. All right, we get another one of those compass things. I've seen that before. Another. Whoop. That went flying. Got it back. So this one's got the bottle opener, a couple of hex screws, the M6 and the M5. Nope, those are not the British trains. And a gut hook, seatbelt cutter probably. I mean, they look the same usually. Let's see if it works. I just got this thin bits of nylon cord right now. Let's just see if it's sharp at all, because I noticed that some of these just aren't. Like this one. Oh, God. Yeah. If you need to rely on this to cut through your seatbelt, you're not going to make it. Couldn't get through one of these little nylon cords easily, anyway. Disappointing. Definitely survive with this thing. Nope. Well, that's how it goes. You just got to realize that this stuff sucks. It's just fun. It's for entertainment purposes only. And here we have one of those sharpeners that everyone says never to use. It's only got one thing in it, though. It looks like ceramic. Usually there's like two of them. Oops. Very, very cheap injection molded plastic. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I wouldn't trust this to... I mean, it looks fine. The angle looks pretty decent. It's just this style of sharpener in general with the two pieces. Yeah, you gotta be real careful with how you use these. You can get a good edge on them. I've done it. You just gotta... there's easier ways. Okay, looks like we have a fixed blade knife, and I think this one's folding. I was wrong. These are both fixed blade knives. How about that? All right, I'll start by looking at this one. First of all, think. This feels like it has a pretty decent fit and finish. Just kind of looking it over. Blade stock's kind of on the thick side. It's got really good jimping. I mean, that's aggressive drimping. That's aggressive drimping. Your thumb ain't going anywhere with that. But it's also very rough, so be ready for that. Some people like that. I think it's okay. It has its place. That's very good jimping. I love what they're doing with the handle. Look at this. They've got these like... It's not knurling. It's like slots artistically cut out from this black and gray laminate wood look. And then they got the Ozark Trail logo smack dab in the middle. It's almost like one of them... SE handles, but not quite. That would have looked nice if they had done it with that kind of color combination. This feels higher quality than a lot of the other ones. Until you look at the edge of the blade. Look at the edge of this blade. My God, it looks like they sharpened it with a chainsaw. Well, that's why they give you the sharpener, right? Right? Now, the fixed blade knife. The other fixed blade knife. The bigger one. Pretty sure this is also full tang. I've had cheap knives that they weren't. They had the guard, and they had pieces of metal in the handle that, like, were separate from... Anyway. Another time, another place. They're going with the same look for the handle pieces, that laminate wood with the slots cut out. That's a great look. I like it. And look at how shiny the metal is on the inside there. These are nice. This one's sharpened a little bit better. And look at what we have here. There is an artistic print of a moose. I will name him Morty. This one was actually pretty good. Like, I didn't care for any of the other crap, but these little fixed blade knives, pretty neat. Let's see how they do in the sheath. Is this one? Yeah, this is one of those sheaths where they have a slot for each knife. She's really tired. Which one goes where, though? I guess, Well, I guess the big one should have the deeper pocket. Oh, this is awkward as hell. The little one goes in the front pocket? I guess. Yeah, okay. Thing is, that front pocket protrudes really far. A bit too far. So, what really holds the knife in is going to be this Velcro strap. Which, I should have strapped the other one in before I put... Yeah, fuck it, that'll do. Well, I guess it's not too bad once you get them in there. It does stick out quite a bit, but if you just want one sheath for 2 knives, that'll do ya. Yeah, I don't particularly care for it, though. That just looks uncomfortable. But the knives are great. They might be my favorite so far. Let's keep going. Another 6-piece set. Also from 2021. Quite the collection. Finally. Another 6-piece combo set. Probably just with sheaths for the other 3 pieces. Yep. And here they are. All the same. The clamshell injection molded plastic pieces. Rather plain. No logo. Alright. Now, are these the same? Bink, bink, bink. No, they're different, slightly. These two look the same. This one's different. This one's more of a clip point style blade, while the other two are kind of drop points. Okay, we're in the style of a couple of packages ago, where the knurled part is hard plastic, and this part is rubbery plastic, and that is the same for them all. Fixed blade, but no idea what's going on with the tang. And we got the lanyard barrel thing too. I wonder. Yeah, you know what? Looking back, this is actually the same as this one. The medium knife from this set, but with different colors, and in, well, this case, a different blade geometry. Huh. So now you can have the orange, yellow, gray, and then gray with the blue rubbery material, whereas all of these have black rubbery material. Highly collectible, lots of variants. How long until Ozark Trail comes out with a Desert Warrior pattern? Anyway, so I thought that one had a pretty good hand feel before. Haven't changed my mind about that. And the sheaths do look the same. I remember these kind of weird looking slots on this side. Yeah, it's the sheath where, you don't have a clip. It's just a slot. And in this case, they're all black to match the rubbery part. Hey, there's some consistency there. Well, a little disappointing in the sense that, like, you just basically get almost the same knife 3 times over, but it's a good one, a decent-ish one at the very least. And now there's just not much to say about it. I'm just gonna put them back and end the video. Overall, one thing I will say is I like the fact that they're starting to put their logo on more and more stuff. Now they just need to put them on more and more of their sheaths. So there you have it. If you include the MTech package, that is 12 combo knife sets. So tell me, which one was your favorite set? I am gonna have to go with this one, just because I liked the brown knife so much. Yeah, whatever. Just that one piece just looks so cool. I love it. The greatest thing about these is that they're packaged so nicely. They're ready for display. Throw a little bit of wrapping paper on them, and you're all set. Will you shut up? Bink, 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 bink. Happy holidays from JJ Jinks!